Hi guys, this is a video to help you out with your worksheet 1.4, 1.5, day 2, working with angles and angle measures and angle bisectors and angle addition postulate, and I thought I'd just go ahead and be super nice and do a couple of your homework problems for you. So this is number 9 from our worksheet, and it's really important that we pay attention to what's in the gray boxes because the gray boxes really tell us what we need to know. T is in the interior of angle PQR. And we want to find each of the following. Notice that, most of your problems on the homework tonight do not have drawings made for you, so you have to make your own drawing. So I read that in there and I see, okay, T is a point. It is in the interior, meaning on the inside of angle PQR. So the very first thing I'm going to do is actually draw an angle PQR, and I can do this for every single problem and not really have to worry about anything else because I don't, each problem has its own individual algebraic expressions, but I know that, oh, hey, guess what? It's PQR, not PRQ. I know that I'm going to need an angle for each of these. And then when I see and it says T is in the interior, again, that just simply means it's on the inside. It's a point on the inside of the angle, so I can put T pretty much anywhere I want as long as it's inside. It doesn't say anything about it bisecting or cutting in half. It just says it's on the interior. Okay, so I'm willing to bet that I will have to connect that ray. Okay, and so I have ray QT that is going through angle PQR. Then I can go and actually look at what my problem is telling me. If the measure of angle PQR is 10x minus 7 degrees, and we have to remember, I know it's tough for us, but we have to remember that in geometry, in our 10th grade geometry, yes, algebraic expressions can represent our angle measures. So if the measure of angle PQR, so the entire thing, and I like to actually trace it, I go from P to Q to R, the whole angle is a 10x minus 7 degrees. The entire thing is 10x minus 7. The measure of angle RQT is a 5x degrees. So the measure of angle RQT, and so RQT, and it's okay that I'm going backwards because I could have also said TQR, but the measure of angle RQT is a 5x degrees, so just that one. Okay, and then, 5x degrees. And the measure of angle PQT, I'm going to make that one purple. The measure of angle PQT, sorry, I totally forgot about that last spell. I hope it wasn't too loud for you. The measure of angle PQT is 4x plus 6. So 4x plus 6 degrees for the measure of angle PQT. We want to find the measure of angle PQR. So we are ultimately looking for the entire angle, but remember, when we talked today in class, we talked about angle addition postulate and how we take two small angles to make a bigger angle. So literally it is part plus part, right, equals the whole thing, right, the entire thing. And that's a lot of highlighters. I'm going to get rid of them so it doesn't mess up our picture. Okay, but all we're doing is talking about in the angle addition postulate, part plus part equals whole. So we can say the measure of angle PQT, because that's the top part of that angle, plus the measure of angle TQR has to equal the measure of angle PQR, the entire thing. Part plus part equals whole. I'm running out of space over there. It's kind of tiny. So when we look at this, PQT, well, we have an algebraic expression. That algebraic expression is the 4x plus 6. So I know that if I take my 4x plus 6 and I add it to my 5x, that is the algebraic representation of the measure of angle TQR, I know that that will equal 10x minus 7. And once I've actually taken the time to set that up and I've got my equation set up, it's just algebra from here on out. Okay, so if you're a little rusty with your algebra, remember chicken, lettuce, tomato, combine like terms. 4x and 5x gives me a 9x plus 6 equals a 10x minus 7. Okay, and then all I need to do is I'm going to subtract 9x from both sides. So it makes it a little easier for me. So I will have a 6 equals an x minus 7. I will add 7 to both sides. Okay, so I get x equals 13. So when I get that, I know I have an answer, but I don't know that I'm done with my problem. I have to go back and double check and see what my problem was asking me to find. The measure of angle PQR. I am looking for the measure of the angle. So all I then have to do is go back and say, okay, well, here's where my angle is. My measure of angle PQR is a 10x minus 7, so we just have to plug it in, right? As if we're Glade children. So measure of angle PQR equals a 10 times 13 minus 7. So I know that's 130 minus 7. So I know that that entire angle, the measure of angle PQR, is 123 degrees. Okay, and I'll go to the entire view so that you can see everything. Okay, maybe. There we go, full screen. So you can see everything as you're looking at it. And then you can remember, we have ways to double check this. Right? I can go back in and I can plug things in into like 4x plus 6. 4 times 13 should give me a 52 plus a 6 will give me a 58. And a 5 times a 13 should give me a 65. And when I take 58 plus 65, I get 123. So I can double check my work to know that I've done this properly. Okay. Hope this helps. I'm going to go and maybe I'll set up another problem for you. I don't know that I'm going to do the other problem, but at least get it set up for you. Okay.